Hi everyone, this is my response for discussion 4, and I'm going to get started. So, Article 1 is called Why Every Organization Needs an Augmented Reality Strategy. So, I'd first like to go over what augmented reality is, and as stated in the article, it takes volumes of data and analytics and transforms it into images or animations that are overlaid on the real world. So one good example of this that helped me better understand what this exactly was, because I've actually never heard of anything called that. I may just be missing out in the world, I don't know, but Snapchat filters are an example of this. And it was also stated that augmented reality, is having a large impact on human performances within industrial settings. So I didn't quite understand that part as well when I was reading it, but the article then goes on to say that inspection times of U.S. Navy aircraft carriers reduced by 96%. And once I read that, I started thinking about just how big these aircraft carriers are and how big of a difference that made with those individuals' jobs. Their productivity was increased, quality training, etc. So ultimately, what the article is trying to address here is that because the physical world is 3D and data is mostly on 2D screens or pages, our ability to make use of the volumes of information that we have are being limited. In order to make better use of these volumes of information, we must implement augmented reality into our lives due to its superimposing digital images and data on real objects. Therefore, we're able to absorb and act on it much faster. Additionally, I think it's important to take a look at the values that are created by AR. There are two business values discussed within the article, and that is that AR becomes a product themselves, as well as helping performance improve across the value chain. Value chain could be product development, manufacturing, marketing, service, etc. So I would like to point out that AR redefines the concept of showrooms and product demonstrations and transforming the customer experience. So this is making a large difference because customers are able to virtually see how the products will look and function before actually buying the product. This is preventing customers from being disappointed with the product because they now will have more realistic expectations for the products, and they're also more confident in their decision to buy. I cannot tell you how many times I have purchased something online and been scared to actually have it delivered because I never like to feel like I have wasted my money, and I also don't like having to send products back either. So by using AR to market products, this fear is eliminated. I would know exactly what to expect with the product. Another great marketing benefit of using AR is that the sales cycle is reduced. So, for example, a business that designs and builds decks for houses, the business would be able to show customers how the designs would look on the house by just clicking a button. And additionally, the customer could scroll through the various options and pick the one that they like best, and due to being able to see it being portrayed on their house. And this is something I would love to do. I actually saw something very similar to what I was just discussing with my aunt's house. She was getting a pool with a patio around it, and she couldn't decide what layout she wanted, what color of the wood she wanted, etc. So I actually saw this being used, but I did not know that this was called augmented reality. But it helped her. I mean, she got to see 5 different things that they could do for her backyard, and without ever um, having one started and then being like, oh, I made a mistake, I'd like to change it to this. So I think it's really beneficial. I've seen it used before, so it's really impressive. But off topic, I'm gonna keep going. I think that this article did a fantastic job of showing the advantages that come along with having an augmented reality strategy implemented, and I do believe that this could be very beneficial for organizations to implement within their business. AR can also positively impact product development, logistics, manufacturing, and after-sales service. With the advantages being listed within this article, I think that if an organization did not take advantage of this, I think they would be doing themselves an injustice, because I feel like the other organizations would definitely implement this, and they would probably be more profitable than the ones who decided not to. So moving on to Article 2, don't let big data bury your brand. After reading this article, the advice given within it is in regard to protecting your brand. So to do so, one must have every message do double duty. With that being said, marketing should stay focused on their long-term goals due to big data typically being able to help in having their goals pursued. Additionally, do not pursue any sales offers that cannot be defended in brand terms. So, for example, a company should not make decisions to do something because the data says so. The data should make intuitive sense, as well as being able to be explained to a customer for the decision based on the data to be considered a smart decision for the business to make. Lastly, go above and beyond to ensure there is productive collaboration occurring between the brand and data I cannot say this word, analyst, there we go. I believe this advice is definitely something that seems logical for a business to follow, especially since it's critical for customers to view the brand positively in order to keep sales occurring and potentially gain new customers. So, having said that, overall, I believe that both of these articles give great advice for businesses to take into consideration and to apply if they feel it would be beneficial for their business. Additionally, both articles are essentially trying to ensure that the businesses see the results they're looking for. So, for the augmented reality article, the AR makes processes easier, therefore keeping customers happy, and the business would likely see an increase in the profitability due to the customers enjoying the ease of AR, like my aunt, for example. Whereas in the second article, it's about what the business should do to have their brand protected, and in doing so, will more than likely cause the business to also experience an increase in profitability due to ensuring the right decisions are made to remain a positive brand in the thoughts of customers. So, as we know from our book, if your brand is not thought of positively, you're likely not going to be getting business and you're going to be losing customers. So, that is my thoughts, and I hope y'all enjoyed it. Have a good one.